Hello and welcome to Podcast vs. Player, episode 124. I'm one of your hosts, Cal, and as always, I'm joined by a man who was stopped in town by a man and asked the quickest way to the hospital. So he pushed the man under a bus. It's only bloody Dan.
See, what you're doing at the moment is you're just using old jokes that I don't understand why.
Because what happens is, Dan, I get everything ready for the podcast, except the beginning bit, and then I'll go, "You ready to do the podcast?" And you'll go, "Yeah." I'll go, "Oh shit, I haven't done a joke."
The only reason I let you do these jokes at the start is because they're usually either stupid enough to be funny or actually funny.
Rarely.
You can't just recycle jokes from like 30 years ago.
Right, from next week, Dan,
I'm expecting better next week.
I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to start at the end.
Brilliant. So we'll have a fantastic joke at the start, and then it's just going to go flying downhill from there. Okay.
No, I'll get this bit done first, and then I'll fetch all the news and stuff.
Sounds good.
That's the PvP gold standard for next week. Starting from next week. How are you, Sailor?
I'm pretty good. I had
you
a bit of a... What?
I thought I'd stumped you then.
No. I was just debating on whether I'd just sort of, weep over the loss of my hard drive.
Oh yeah.
Pretty gutted, man.
If did you put it on Twitter?
I did tweet it out, yeah.
Yeah. If you follow us on Twitter.
Mainly saying thank you to Amazon and for Steam. Just for being there, guys. You bloody legends, you.
If you didn't know, last week Dan's hard drive suffered an incredible malfunction, and it died completely on its arse. Every single game. I think it's classed as porn overdose. He just finally gives up and just goes, "No, I'm out. That's it. No more." But the thing is, though, it took Steam and all my goddamn Steam games along with it as well. It was not pleasant. Luckily,
but I got a new one like the day afterwards.
Yeah, this was a Saturday night as well.
Yeah, from Amazon. You just like, bing, next one. It's like 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning or something. Put it back in, because I was pretty fucking worried.
You was.
I don't mind buying hard drives because I know I need to, and games these days are just so fucking big as it is. What I was annoyed about was just like, have I just lost all the save states for all the bear in mind I had I've got like 110 games on Steam, and maybe about 40 of those were actually installed. But they were big games.
Yeah.
So you're talking your Witchers, your Arkham Asylums, your Fallouts, your Space Engineers, all that kind of shit. I was just like, if I lose all the data from all of them, I don't think I'll play them again. Because I can't go back and play The Witcher from scratch now. I just don't know how I'd be able to cope with it. And then that you've got to go through 80 hours to get where you left off.
It's fine the first time round.
Yeah, totally, because everything's new and it's cool and it's awesome. But when you're doing it again, you're just like, oh yeah, I remember you. Yeah, you die, don't you? Yeah.
It's not like the type of game where, for instance, Dan is currently playing through Deus Ex Mankind Divided. The Witcher games aren't like that, where you go, actually, I'm going to do something a little bit different this time.
Yeah. It's basically
you've got to do it the same way.
Yeah, grind the same way. You could put some more... I don't know, I can't even remember. Can you, upgrade stuff?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Pretty sure you can.
Bear in mind, it was one of the games that I finished the Heart of Stone DLC or whatever it's called.
I never did any of the DLC.
That one was amazing, because you end up basically working for the devil, and it's awesome. But now that I've done that one, now I'm getting stuck into the Blood and Wine, or whatever it is. There's a blue one and a red one.
Yeah.
So I've done the blue one, I'm doing the red one now. But there's so much to do in it. It's, like I say, I'm about 80, 90 hours into it, but there's still the whole DLC to do yet. But I don't. If I'd have lost that, I don't think I could play it again. I just have to wait for The Witcher 4 to come out in like 6 years' time.
Well, luckily, Steam has cloud saves for
Indeed, literally
the majority. I don't think it's every game, but
well, let's just
I think
say
it's
things
every
like,
game you've got.
well, like Psychonauts and things. I don't know, because I mean they're like not updated, but like they're put
Previous
on there
PC released games.
Yeah, but they've kind of been optimized for more modern systems. I'd like to think that they would, but I really don't have my hopes up.
So I remember Mike trying like migrating everything over to this new PC.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, I'm gonna move all like the local save states onto a hard drive and then put the hard drive in to this PC, so I haven't got to piss about.
Yeah.
And I had a look online to see if there was anything else, and like if I could literally just move the files. And someone had said about the just check cloud gaming in the settings on Steam, and I did. I went on it, and it was already ticked. So I was like, risk it, fuck it. And yeah, and everything, at least everything I've got installed now anyway, is enabled for cloud saves.
Well, that's the thing. I don't remember doing that. But
It might do. I mean, like I say, mine was already checked, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming it's just done.
yeah, I guess to just prevent these kind of things from happening.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, though, it's nice to have just a nice, clean, empty hard drive, because then you can. It's not a case of just like, oh, what was just installed before. You can go, no, what shall I install and actually put some time into for a change? You know.
I've got like 5 hard drives, and I think I've got 500 gig between them free.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I've had a big clean out, and I've got rid of a bunch of stuff that I don't need or don't necessarily play anymore. But there's things like GTA and Fallout and Metal Gear that I need to install. But I thought, no, I'm going to go Dying Light, because I'm mad into that at the moment still. Human Revolution, because I thought I'll get that installed, so I can just finish it off.
Yeah.
And then I played it for about an hour and then finished it, and I was like, fuck me, the last time I played this was in 2014. All it would have taken was an hour and it would have been finished.
Yep.
What an idiot.
But then you got onto Mankind Divided, though. Thanks to the handy Steam sale.
Oh yes, I think I'm like 24 hours into that now. I've had it 2 days.
Yeah.
So that pretty much sums up how much I like it. I think I'm pushing towards the end at the moment, actually.
That's literally 2 solid days.
Yeah, ultimately, yeah. I spent the entire weekend just blitzing it. But we've been because it's really nice weather at the moment. It's been dead humid, but because my PC is just sort of like, oh, we're playing something on Ultra, let's do this. So like when you're playing like 12 hours straight,
Dan's legs are tanned.
you're cooking slightly. Yeah, definitely.
I was playing God of War yesterday, and it was roasting yesterday.
Yeah.
And I had to open the door on like where the PS4 is in the unit, because like all you could hear is the PS4 going. I was like, fuck me, it's hot in here. I had to go and get a fan and put the big fan on. But man, that's a fucking game though. That is shit the bed.
You enjoying it?
Honestly, mate, if this doesn't get Game of the Year, I would probably stab someone.
The thing is, I don't really know as to what competition it could have.
At the moment, at least, anyway, I honestly think from this exact moment, whatever the date is today, 4th of June, 8 p.m, 8:30 p.m. even, if we're going to say it properly, God of War is absolutely Game of the Year for me.
Yeah. I think with all the press that surrounded it as well, I don't think that it can't be. I mean, there'd be a lot of people who are pissed off.
The thing is, I still think, I mean, we spoke about this the other week, that at the time when Last of Us came out on PS3, that was Game of the Year, but GTA 5 won. And GTA 5 is brilliant, we still play it, it's still a load of fun, but ultimately it's GTA.
Yeah.
It's just a better version of an already good game.
Yeah. I don't know, personally I still think that GTA deserved it.
Nah.
But if
Last of Us
GTA came out in its current state at the moment, like with everything online,
that possibly may be different, yeah. But at the time, I mean, it wasn't even out
time-
on PC.
No, you're right. Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
So this would have been PS3 and 360 versions only.
Yeah.
We hadn't even got Heist then.
Yeah, I mean, I think the online worked, but it was just sort of like deathmatch.
Yeah, there was
deathmatch,
online, but it was
fucking
just
around.
races and shit.
Yeah,
Not even like, I don't even know if the race editor was in it then. I can't remember.
Do
But
you reckon we're going to get a new GTA announcement this year?
unlikely, mate. You got Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's not what I asked.
Absolutely not. No.
Maybe next year.
Absolutely not. No.
Well, I think it took them 5 years to make GTA 5, right? That came out like 2013.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, I reckon if they've spent a few years making Red Dead 2, and
Well, no, because I think they're gonna do, because this is Red Dead's got its own multiplayer, and I think that's gonna be the new GTA multiplayer, and they're gonna put a shit ton of resource into this, and then
yeah, but you can't
they're
have
gonna get a
stunt
new
races
GTA.
with horses, can you?
No, but they've obviously got an idea of what they're gonna do.
Mm.
But I mean, we'll see. I mean, E3's around the corner. I imagine there may be some gameplay at either the PlayStation or the Xbox. I'm gonna say probably the Xbox, then they'll use the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be more on a sizzle reel, because as every year of E3, Rockstar don't show because they don't need to.
No.
But yeah, I mean, it's out pretty soon, not soonish. So I think we're going to see a bit more this year, whether it's E3 or whether it's an entirely different conference.
Yeah.
Or maybe Rockstar just go what they did with GTA 5 and just go, yeah, it's going to be a big trailer tomorrow,
Yeah.
and then it'll be a gameplay trailer or something at least. But I mean, I'm pretty looking forward to it, to be honest. When I used my trial for PlayStation Now, gave it a crack. It's been a while since I played Red Dead. It's fine. Hasn't held up brilliantly, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Tell you what hasn't held up: Undead Nightmares.
Really?
Yeah, it's what I'd say. I'd rather play DayZ.
Wow. For
Yeah.
me, that is saying something.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. I remember like playing it when it came out, and I thought it was brilliant because it was standalone DLC, so anyone could play it. But it was fun, and then like I said, I played it on the PlayStation Now, and it was just like, nah, it's fine, it's alright, it's fine. Anyway, if you didn't know, each and every other week we delve into the world of video games, movies, and whatever else we feel like, and it's all courtesy of Blueberry. Blueberry is a premier podcast hosting company, and with Podcast First Play, you can get 1 month absolutely free. Simply go to blueberry.com and use promo code PVP. Dan, we've already rambled on about some stuff, but I actually had a bit of news for you. I don't know if
Lay it on me.
I don't know if you want it in a bow or whatever.
No, just
slather it.
Yeah.
Big Pokemon news over the last week or so, with Nintendo announcing 3 new Pokemon games for the Nintendo Switch. The first game, Pokemon Quest, is out now and is a spin-off game which is free to start, which I'm guessing is free now.
Free to start. That doesn't. Those are scary words.
I don't know why they just call it free for now, because they're obviously going to start charging down the line. But it just sounds
It
like
sounds better than we'll charge you in future.
yeah, it's just say temporarily free.
Well, unless they do like the Hitman episodal kind of releases, but the first one's free, so you can kind of get a feel for it, get a taste for it, and then if you want to, then you can buy other bits.
That
so
makes
you can
more
buy
sense.
other regions.
Yeah, maybe.
So you start off in Kanto, so
And some
anyone who just
Pokemans.
wants it. For like for me, it's just the nostalgia for the original 151. But then if you prefer the Gen 2 or the Gen 3 or whatever, you can buy those regions and go there instead.
I still think Gen 1 and 2 are the best.
Fuck Gen 2, but
Gen 2 had some great Pokemon.
the thing is though, like they've
Like
introduced
Feraligatr.
the Gen 2, Gen 3 Pokemons from like into Pokemon Go, which I do occasionally still play. But they'll pop up and they just don't seem like they're just putting in any effort anymore. Like there's one that's a little cat that's got a paw on its tail and it's called Skitten. I was just like, that's the best you could do.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
and it evolves into Litten.
It's just like you're doing fan requests. Like someone's kid's written in and just says, "Oh, it's a kitten, but it's not quite a kitten. It's a skitten," and they go, "Brilliant, we'll make it."
Thing is, if you look at like the original, I'd say Gen 1 and Gen 2, you look at majority of them. I mean, like even Pikachu, you know, like a lot of people think it's a fucking rabbit, it's a mouse. But you go, oh, it's a little bit like, I mean, like Houndoom. It's basically like a demon dog, shit like that. But then from like Gen 3 onwards, you go, it's literally a hand. And then it's like, yeah, it's a
phone.
It's a cat. This one's the arm from a chair.
Yeah, and it's a bit odd.
There's not a lot of. I mean, even the Alolan region ones. It's like, this is Meowth, but it looks like fucking Garfield. And Raichu is a surfer.
But to be fair, you tried coming up with 150 different characters.
I probably could do 150. It's afterwards where we're going to struggle.
I reckon you'd get like 40 maybe, and then afterwards you're just like, fuck me, make it look like a slipper.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's literally like they're just looking around the studio going, what haven't we done? They go, oh, we got a pink pen. Oh no, we did a pen on the last one. But anyway, Pokemon Quest is out now and is a spin-off game which is free to start, and it features a blocky art style and top-down real-time action RPG gameplay in which you, quote, face off against wild Pokemon and embark on many exciting expeditions. You can download it for free right now from the Nintendo Switch eShop. Pokemon Quest is set in a new area called Tumblecube Island and includes first-generation Pokemon. In addition to building a party of Pokemon and venturing out into a blocky world, the game lets you decorate and customize a headquarters area, not unlike secret bases in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I do not care for this game.
No?
It basically looks like someone's made a Minecraft mod for Pokemon. And that does not fill me.
A Pokemon mod for Minecraft.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, it looks very Minecraft style, and it's I mean, it's available on the Switch now, and I've not even bothered to look at it.
How much is it?
Free for now. That's what I say. It's free,
Oh, well,
free to start.
Don't fucking moan then if it's free.
I might have a no, because it's free to start. So at some point you're gonna have to pay.
Yeah, well they're not going to say, oh well, you know, it's free now, so just give us your bank details,
Yeah.
and then in
You don't know
months' time,
Nintendo.
Go, boom, we're charging you.
No, I imagine it'll just be if you manage to play it for now. I mean, you might be able to carry on playing afterwards, and then other people who haven't bothered to download it at the time will have to pay for it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might be in game. I don't know. Meanwhile, after a series of leaks and rumours, the Pokemon Company has announced Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And for the purpose of the rest of this news thing, I'm just going to call them Pokemon Let's Go games.
Right, explain this to me, right? Because I've seen a bunch of stuff on Twitter about this. I'm just like, I'm getting so lost in what are these are. If this is a periphery for something, is this a new game? Is this something? Is this a trading card? I have no idea.
Right.
So if you know what it is, tell me what the fuck this is.
I am glad you have asked this question, Dan, and I took the liberty of finding an interview with one of the creators who asked some Q&A questions. So we'll delve into them afterwards. But essentially, the Pokemon Let's Go games, Pikachu and Eevee, similar to, I'm sure we have Pokemon Red, Blue, Gold, Silver, etc. And this is out on the Nintendo Switch later this year, November 16th to be precise. The new Pokemon RPGs, based on the Game Boy game Pokemon Yellow, can connect to Pokemon Go via Bluetooth and utilize Go's capture mechanics. Whilst you won't be able to battle against wild Pokemon, the game features traditional Pokemon battle mechanics against NPC trainers and other people. So, purely based on the announcement trailer, what I got was also the core main RPG Pokemon game is still set to release next year, so this hasn't taken its place or anything. So it's based on it's a remake of Pokemon Yellow. So if you have the Pikachu one, you'll have a little Pikachu following you around, much like you did in the Game Boy version. Or if you buy the Eevee one, you'll get an Eevee. There's a few shots where you see other Pokemon following, so I think you can swap them out. So if you've got a Charizard, you could have a Charizard follow you.
Could you not do that in another one? Was there not one we could have like a little troop that followed you around?
Yeah, Pokemon Yellow.
No, I mean with more than just the one.
I think you could do it in some of the later ones, as in the 3DS versions.
I had Yellow, because there was because you get the Pikachu and he does the same thing in the show. He refuses to go in the Pokeball, so he has to follow you around everywhere. But yeah, I could have sworn I've seen one where there's like 2 or 3 sort of following you around.
I don't know about 2 or 3. I know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining that. But
Are you sure you're just not thinking about the cartoon?
No, because I mean it was like Snake. It was just like in a line.
Right. I mean, it might be. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
There are traditional battle mechanics where you will fight other trainers. So, but there's also wild Pokemon. You can see them in the grass, so it's not completely random. So you can.
So is this an AR thing then?
No, it is a full Switch game. Right. So the only major difference is the wild Pokemon encounters. Obviously, you walk in the grass and it's like, and it's like, oh, this thing's appeared. You can see what it is before you get there. So, like, you'll see Pidgeys flying around. You might see like a Sandshrew pop up and then scuttle underground or something. No. It's like 3D, like old style Pokemon, but it is 3D still, so it's kind of top down.
Right.
And then the wild Pokemon encounters is Pokemon Go. So it'll pop up.
I'm so confused right now.
They basically swapped the wild encounter mechanic. So instead of you battling a wild Pokemon, getting its health, whittling its health down, and then selecting a Pokeball, it'll go straight to the same screen from Pokemon Go.
Well, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about it.
I mean, I'm going to buy this, and I will. However, it's not the Pokemon game I wanted, but I think it's a very smart move because you're going to get people like me that are going to go, fuck this shit, as they chuck down 50 quid because they want a Pokemon game. I want a game. I haven't bought a game for the Switch since I fucking bought it. I've had the same games. No. But no, because there's been majority of the games I already had on like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. It's fucking brilliant. But I had it on the Wii U. Mario Kart 8. I had it on the Wii U, although I did get it again for the Switch. So I basically bought the Switch for Mario Odyssey, right? And also knowing that the Game Freak was making a Pokemon game, and I knew it was going to be out this year or next year. So I was like, as soon as Mario Odyssey's out, I'll buy it, and I've got it. It's done. But I think Pokemon Go, I mean, what was it, like 800 million people playing it, if not more?
What, when it first came out?
Yeah.
I don't know about that many.
I'm sure it was something like 800 million downloads. Actually, I can tell you because it's in this interview. I can't find it. We'll get to it whenever it's there. So there was a lot of people playing it anyway. We know that much. But I also think Pokemon Go was a lot of people's first Pokemon game.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, absolutely it was. I know for a fact. I know people who'd never played. They knew what Pokemon was, but they'd never bothered with the game. And this became like, not in the same context, but this was the new Snapchat. Everyone's doing it. Your nan's you're playing Pokemon. Literally, there's a lot of people I know for a fact that had never played a proper Pokemon game before. And then if they see this and go, oh, it's the next Pokemon Go, and then they're going to buy it. I guarantee this is going to sell like hotcakes.
Well, of course it is.
But
it's irrelevant as to what the actual mechanics of it are going to be. It's because it's got the name on it.
Yeah, but I do think it's a smart move, and I think it's a good way to ease people into the RPG style games that Pokemon should be. But on the same breath, this is what Pokemon Go should have been from the start. For me.
Yeah.
Like, you can keep the shitty Pokemon. Actually, one thing that did piss me off is when they're using the the Joy-Cons to throw to catch the Pokemon. I was like, that's fine, I can turn it off. You can't turn it off.
You have to do that. So you can throw that at the wall.
If you're playing the Switch docked on the TV, you've got to use the throw mechanic. If you're playing it handheld, you can press a button, right? It's the same controller, just attached to the screen. So why can't I just press a button otherwise?
You just use them straps. Otherwise, you're just hooking your remote at your TV.
Oh yeah, there's no fucking way I'm playing that without having it bloody hankered down to my wrist.
Don't give it to Logan.
Well, this is the other thing, right? And this is.
He'll see you do it and go, "Oh, brilliant! That was like a ton of fun."
Yeah.
He's just gonna whip it at the TV.
Well, I want to know if you can use because in the game, obviously you could do it with your phone, or you could swipe your finger on the screen. The Switch is a touch screen.
I reckon you can just drag your finger on.
So, mate, I'm hoping you can do that at least. I'd rather do that than having to launch something at my TV. But I mean, details are very scarce. I mean, there's Pokemon Go integration and nobody seems to. I've said it from the get-go, and then a lot of people have disagreed with me, and then this interview kind of clarifies it. But you can import your Pokemon from Pokemon Go into only the Gen 1 Pokemon into Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee. So people who have caught all 151 Pokemon are already at a massive advantage over people who have never played it or didn't catch that many. But if you look at the trailer, it says Pokemon Park, right? So I said it's going to be like an interactive place, kind of like the Safari Zone, where you probably be able to do mini games and just like interact with the Pokemon. I don't think you can put them in your party and go off battling, because if you've got Mewtwo and Charizard, all the big games, and that's literally the beginning of the game, there's no point playing anymore. And then in this interview, he basically says that, so I'm gonna try and find that bit. In terms of what you can do with the connection, right now you can send Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and they don't go straight into your collection or your party. They enter into an area that's kind of like a safari park type thing, where you can see the Pokemon moving around there, and you can actually go in there and interact with them and catch them. But there are also some incentives to move a lot of the same Pokemon from Go, the same species, and there are also some sorts of mini games you can play if you'd like to do that.
So you've got to catch the Pokemon you've already caught?
Yeah, if you want them in your party, I'm guessing they're going to be separate ones from Go.
But there's no battle ensuing though. It's just the same thing. You've thrown at the Pokeball at it.
No, because you get I think it means there is going to be, I'm guessing, a story campaign, as it's a remake of Pokemon Yellow. So I still think you'll fight the same trainers. You probably go off to do the Elite Four. It's just the capture mechanics are going to be changed. I'm guessing. There's no actual information. I don't know. But like I said, I'm going to get it, and I'm pretty excited for it. But I'm happy to say I was a bit disappointed while I was watching it.
To be fair, I'm pretty disappointed just hearing about it.
It seems fine.
If I was you, I'd say just wait a year.
No, because
wait for the proper one.
If I hadn't got a by the time it comes out, it'll be 5. I'm gonna be 5 when it comes out, and I think this is the perfect first Pokemon game for him, and it's something that once we figure out more of the transfer mechanics, walking the dogs, we can catch Pokemon on Pokemon Go, and then we can go home and we can transfer them to the. And it just seems like it's a Pokemon game we can play together, and I think it'll be fun. I mean, I actually downloaded Pokemon Go again yesterday. Man, I didn't get a lot last time round. No, I've got a few good ones like me Flareon and everything, but I caught a Mr. Mime yesterday. But I literally caught a Mr. Mime and turned it off. And it was like, well, my battery dropped 20% within a few minutes.
The one thing it still does. It just destroys your battery life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And my battery's dog shit at the best of times without me adding that to it. But what I did though, my watch tells me when there's a Pokemon nearby. So that was quite good.
Really?
Yeah. It vibrates and it go boom, and then I unlock it, and it says like whatever Pokemon is nearby, and then I get my phone out, and then it's there.
That's pretty good.
Whilst Pokemon goes running, not it doesn't just tell me.
But that's the thing though, is as soon as you lock your phone, it turns it off.
Yeah, I just put it in my
Keep
pocket.
your phone open. Like, does no one understand that it's something that should just be running in the background?
Well, you can do it with music players and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm still annoyed you can't do it with bloody YouTube.
Oh yeah, as soon as your screen either times out or you press lock on your phone by mistake, just turns it off.
What I have found though is like if I'm listening to a podcast or just watching something and I get a text message and then just share, I just do it, muscle memory. I press it to go to the message, and obviously it stops playing. What I've started to do though, Dan, is because I've got like I can have two things running at once with the split screen.
Yeah.
I just do that straight away. So I just go straight to that and then press messages so YouTube carries on playing. I can reply to the message and then go back to full screen.
Yeah, I just tend to ignore people when I'm watching whatever I'm watching, to be honest.
Anyway, Pokemon. I'm definitely going to buy it, and you're definitely going to play it.
Yeah.
But I want to be very surprised. I want to be pleasantly surprised. I'm going in with I just can't wait for the proper one next year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be even more annoyed that I can't see them revisiting the original Pokemon again for the next game. So it's going to be all new Pokemon. And it's like, just give me because I think graphically it looks fine.
Yeah.
It's nice and cartoony, it's nice and bright and vibrant, it's proper 3D. And when you're doing the attack, like the battle, I think there's only like 3 moments where it showed you battles, but it was like a better version of Colosseum where they used proper moves and it looked dead cool.
Yeah. You'll have to send me a link to this, by the way, because I haven't seen this.
Have you not actually? What is this literally just what you've read and stuff? Then what you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, so there's a few things that have popped up on Twitter that I've seen. I was just like, okay, well, I don't understand what that is, but whatever. But I didn't look into it any further.
All right. Well, that's a bit silly.
You have to send me a link and I can have a look.
Right, we're back. Dan has just watched the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee trailer. Let's see what he says, because I don't think he's impressed.
No. I mean, visually, it looks amazing. But why have they got that stupid, like literally the worst part about Pokemon Go? Why go, that's a winner?
I disagree there. I think the worst part of Pokemon Go was the gym stuff. I like swipe to fight shit.
But that's all this is as well.
No, it's you select your moves and stuff.
No, I think it's just a slightly more refined version of the gym battles from Pokemon Go.
Oh, in the Q&A thing, he says it's the core battle mechanics.
Yeah, we'll see about that,
But
mate.
we'll see. I mean, there wasn't a lot of. We'll have to take that.
They very quickly
off.
touched on that and then fucked off it straight away.
I think as long as it's got. Excuse me, I burped. As long as it's got the core mechanics in there, at least a little bit. I think it's a good combination of here is Pokemon Yellow, which is arguably one of the best Pokemon games, and here is Pokemon Go, which is arguably one of the most popular Pokemon games. Mm-hmm. We'll mix them together, and I think it is gonna. I don't care what anyone says. I reckon at least 60% of people that go, I don't like this. This isn't what I wanted. Are still gonna buy it because it's a Pokemon game.
If they've got a Switch already.
I don't think people are going to go out and buy a Switch for it. But if they've already got a Switch, it's kind of, well, let's be realistic. I'll buy it. If I don't like it, I can still get full price for this game if I sell it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm definitely going to buy it, but I'm also looking at it as it's something. I mean, my son loves he loves watching Pokemon. He's got Pokemon toys, he's got Pokemon clothes, and he loves Pokemon Go. However, I think chuck it. I mean, saying that, totally off subject. I was making him his dinner the other day. He was playing on his DS, and when I left him, he'd put. I think he was playing Mario Kart, and I was walking back into the living room, and I could hear this music. I was like, that music seems really familiar. And he was playing Legend of Zelda: Phantom Hourglass. I was like, I've never been more proud. But he really liked it and he really enjoyed it. And I forgot what Pokemon game it was. I bought him a Pokemon game, but it's not I think it's Pokemon Dash, and it's more of like a puzzly mini game type game. I was like, he likes Pokemon, but he's not ready to sit and play hours and hours and hours of Soul Silver or anything like that.
But that's the thing, though. It's just that, half the fun for this was the grind. It was, it was going through and fighting a million billion Pidgeys in order to get just good enough just to take on that gym leader and finally beat him.
Especially when you pick Charmander as your starter,
exactly.
and you had to go against Brock for the first gym.
Just an absolute bastard to try and beat him. But then you just transplant that with you just wing a ball at it and then you win, providing the percentage is in your favour.
Yeah, it's a bit hit and miss, isn't it?
I hate that. I cannot believe they've done that. I mean, I get it for the phone because it's free and it's it's just sort of like top trumps really, but not that you can fight with anyone anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make too much difference. It's just a collection thing and that's about it. Whereas this, they want you to pay fucking top dollar for this, as well as the Pokeball controller, which I love, by the way. Like that, and you can, you send your Pokemon to it and you can take it out and stuff. I love that.
Can you imagine that when we was playing Red and Blue for the first time?
That's exactly it. Like,
Holy
something
shit.
like that to go with something that looks as good as this in terms of visually, but it still has all the main core concepts of you've got to strategize, you've got to think, he's psychic, what do I do?
Yeah. Shit,
I've only got a ground and electric left. What's that? You've got to really do a bit of planning, and you've got to understand as to how each of them, their strengths and weaknesses, and it is a kind of a top trumps thing where you need to beat a certain
rock paper scissors, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But that it's just completely gone. If you just go, I'm using a better type of Pokeball, so now the circle's green, so now I'll whip it and boom, got it. It's like there's no skill in that. Do you have any idea how boring that's going to become?
Like I say, I downloaded Pokemon Go again yesterday after not playing it for a very long time, and honestly, when it first came out, I mean, we loved it when it came out. It was cool. It wasn't what we wanted, but it was cool. It was fresh. It was something. I don't think either of us particularly play a lot of games on our phones. And
not particularly.
I was playing Marvel Contest of Champions for I don't know, at least a week. and
that's pretty long for a phone.
Yeah, it was not solid. That was just, I logged in every day, got my crystal, and that was about it. But it was fine. But I was so bored just catching that Mr. Mime because it was just flick. I'm done. Let's get out. But I've only got it again because of this. So I may as well get a bit of a head start in case the interaction bit is worthwhile.
But I mean, how's that going to work with leveling up and stuff? How are you going to make them stronger if you're not actually fighting them?
I mean, this might be where if you got, say, Eevee, you've chosen Let's Go Eevee, and you go out and catch a bunch of Eevees, you can transfer them for the candies.
Then again, you're missing the point of the game.
Yeah, the easiest way to do it would be to just go battle, get XP, level up.
You want to spend 8 hours kicking the shit out of every Pidgey and Rattata and Zubat and Caterpie that you come across, and then you finally go up against something decent, and you go, I got this. Yeah, I know who I can trust in a battle like this, rather than just whoop, got it.
Yeah.
Like I hope that they've just not shown it in that trailer for whatever ridiculous reason that might be.
I mean, it's the announcement trailer. I mean, E3 is in like 6 days or something like that. So we're going to see more on it. This was literally
Nintendo's key speech or whatever it's called.
Yeah, they do the.
I can't remember what it's called there.
Well, usually it's a live from Nintendo Treehouse thing.
Yeah.
Because they won't be at E3, they just do the online thing.
They do the same thing at the same time.
Yeah. So we're going to see more from this and the Pokemon Quest. What I really don't want, I don't want to see any of these mechanics make their way into next year's Pokemon game. Keep the graphics, keep the style, that's fine, because it's probably the best looking Pokemon game we've ever had.
Yeah, like flying around on a Charizard or like on the top of an Onix, just driving about. Brilliant. That's literally the one thing that you want.
This is what we saw when we played it bloody 22 years ago.
Because like you'd get your Lapras or whatever, and you'd jump into the water, and it would always change to that like.
It was no matter what Pokemon it was a Lapras.
you would change into that little pixelated version of whatever the water type Pokemon was that could cross water. Whereas now you could actually have like
Poliwag or something,
which would be brilliant.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to need to see more on this, because I'll be so annoyed if they've just gone, what's the cheapest and easiest way for us to get a new Pokemon game out there and have people buy a periphery that costs what? How much are you saying that fucking Pokeball is? 50 quid?
Nah, I'm going to go between 25 and 40.
Well, remember how much that stupid little wrist strap thing was that you could get for Pokemon Go?
Yeah, but that wasn't Nintendo, was it? That was Niantic.
How much was that, though?
I think that was 20 quid, 30 quid.
I think it's about 30 quid, yeah. And that didn't do anything except when the phone was literally open, when you could just be holding it in your hand.
Yeah. That's one seems a bit pointless. If I am going to be restricted to having to use the motion thing, I'm going to do it with the Pokeball.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it seems...
It looks nice and ergonomic. You know, you move the little ball around on the spot on the middle. I love it. That's a cool design, and the fact you can transfer something to it, and maybe you can gain XP by just having him out and about with you. Love that. Brilliant. But I just don't understand why they've gone, let's just get rid of the battle side of it. Like, that was literally the best thing about it.
I mean, we're speculating on what we're seeing from the brief trailer, and obviously there was a lot of moments. I mean, 50 seconds of that was simulated.
Well, it physically has to come up and just say, this isn't part of the game.
This isn't a real Pikachu running around.
Yeah.
Just in case.
This isn't AR, just in case you are wondering.
So I mean, we'll see more leading up to E3 and after E3.
If there was a proper battle system in it, though, surely that would be the one thing that they did show.
I don't know. Maybe they don't want to give too much away straight away, because
it's not exactly fucking new ground, is it?
No, but realistically, looking at E3's Nintendo's schedule for this year and possibly next year, there ain't a fat lot of stuff going on. So this is going to be their big thing.
Draw people in.
Yeah, I mean, like the Red Dead trailers and stuff. It's going to be is a bit of Red Dead. You can see the rest when we reveal it properly.
Yeah.
Nobody comes out except movies, and goes, here's everything in one go. I mean, for fuck's sake, Fallout, they just released a loading screen and then released a teaser trailer, and now we've got to wait for E3.
Yeah.
But no, I'm
actually speaking of though, Fallout 76. We should probably touch on that.
We will, because that's going to be good. But I still stand. This is the perfect baby's first Pokemon, and
maybe so, but I'm no baby.
I think.
So what the fuck are you playing at?
If I hadn't got a young son, I probably wouldn't be as forgiving with it as I am. But I think this is going to be, well, hopefully the
I
perfect.
do really enjoy it when there's people who sort of like us, like early 30s, people late 30s, maybe even people sort of early 40s, maybe. Like when a Pokemon game comes out like this, and they just go, "What is this? What have you done? Why isn't this what I want it to be?" And you go, "Okay, well, it's for babies." And you go, "That's not that point."
I was playing it before they was born.
Yeah, exactly. Give me my fucking Pokemon game, the one I deserve.
But I think I'm hoping anyway. We'll see when we see more of what it actually is. But I think they've hopefully at least gone. This is the game you guys want, and then this is the game the younger kids want, and we've put them together for this game.
And everyone's just like, well, are those younger kids buying it? Or are the older people buying it? Because they're the ones with the fucking money.
Yeah, well, my brother-in-law, my nephew loves Pokemon, and he got bored of Pokemon Go.
Of course he did.
But it was mainly he wasn't allowed a phone, so he had to play it on my sister and my brother-in-law's phones. So he had like two going. But he got bored of it. But my brother-in-law is determined to catch them all. Excuse the pun. So even though my nephew's just gone, whatever. I've got a Switch now. I don't care. I'm playing Zelda. He's could just continue to go out trying to catch Pokemon. So you got like this bloody like late 40s guy just walking around catching Pokemon.
See, I really hope he got to the point where he got to like 130 maybe, and then they said, "Now all the Gen 2 ones are available." And you're like,
yeah, that's basically what happened. And I think they put like the Alolan region ones in now as well.
Oh yeah, I got an Executor the other day, but it's like a really long neck one.
Yeah, and he's a dragon type now for some reason.
Wasn't he plant based?
Executor was a psychic grass Pokemon.
Grass, that's what I mean.
And then that particular version of him put him into the dragon category. He's got a longer neck, so now he's a dragon.
Surely that would be a giraffe then.
And then Pokemon like Charizard and Gyarados aren't classed as dragons.
What are they, just fire or water?
Yeah, they can use like certain dragon attacks, but then if you look at the Onyx is like steel and something else. But yeah, Charizard and Gyarados aren't classed as dragons. It's fucking
I
stupid.
hope Dragonite is, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think Dragonite is.
Yeah.
But we'll look at more of that when E3 has happened and we know more. As we just mentioned, you probably already saw it. Bethesda have been teasing Fallout 76 for the last week or so. Again, mixed reactions from the absolute dickhole that we know about it. People are complaining because it's going to be online. Well, it's rumoured to be online. I'm fine with it, so long as the next Fallout game is a single-player game.
Yeah. As long as this is just a stopgap to fill before Fallout 5 comes along, bring it the fuck on.
Yeah, it's different. It's fine. As long as it's not a battle royale game, I don't care.
I don't think so.
I'd actually go as far as to say Fallout 76 and this Pokemon Let's Go series are gonna be, so you got the main core game, so you Fallout 4 and whatever this Pokemon game's gonna be next year. They're the main games, and then this is a different series.
Well, it's just going to be Skyrim Online, isn't it?
I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's not.
Skyrim Online as it is now, rather than when Skyrim Online came out.
Yeah.
But 76 though. I mean, if that means 2076.
I believe it's Vault 76.
Right. Okay.
Because
although 2077 is the year that the war happened. That's the Great War. It's in 2077. And then there's a few different points from that point onwards that are sort of like big sort of milestones in the Fallout universe.
Yeah.
But with the big sort of banner thing that's in the vault, it says something about Reclamation Day.
Yeah.
And from what I remember from Fallout lore, I think Reclamation was something to do with Anchorage, which was like a big battle. It was in Canada or Alaska or something. It was like part of the resource wars anyway. I could be remembering this completely wrong, by the way.
No, it sounds about right.
But Reclamation was like taking back Anchorage or something like that anyway. But it's some big old battle that happened. It's like when Power Armor first came into play. So potentially, because obviously it is Vault 76 because we've seen fucking Dwellers wearing a Vault 76 jumpsuit. But I'm personally hoping that maybe this is something that's set during the war.
Well, Vault 76 was the earliest vault to be opened, and it was only 20 years after.
It was a control vault, if I believe.
Yeah, so
it was no weird experiments going on in there.
No, it's all good and all happy. But obviously, if it was the first vault to be opened, then because it's so many years before, everything's going to be
it's like 150
worse.
Years before Fallout 4.
Yeah, so all the radiation's going to be stronger. It's just going to be a more harsh environment, and I think it's going to be leaning more towards like don't really want to say it, but leaning more towards Rust, and it's going to be more of a survival game. So lots of crafting, lots of building, that kind of stuff. From what I've read online, that's the gist of what people are saying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I like the idea of, you can either stay with your vault and everyone who lives in the vault, and you can all have a reasonably decent lifestyle, or you can go off and join the bandits, or if there's like an early version of like the
Brotherhood of Steel.
Like the Brotherhood or the Institute or the Enclave, like the government.
Yeah.
So, have like mad missions for them to do and, swear allegiances and stuff. I kind of like the idea of that. And the fact that me and you could play Fallout together online, I don't see initially how that could be bad.
This is not a bad thing, well it is, but we, as a collective, not me and you, gamers, we complain. Assassin's Creed Unity is full of bugs. This game, it's full of bugs. That game's full of bugs. A Bethesda game comes out, it's fucking perfect. I love it.
Yeah,
but it's full of fucking bugs.
It's part of the charm,
Bethesda.
Isn't it?
It's fine. It's still a great game.
It's just what they do.
And that's just a game that you're going to play on your own, and it's full of bugs. This is a game that's going to be constantly needed to be updated and monitored. It's going to be full of bugs. Because it is. It's not because the thing with online games is they're never finished.
Yeah.
We've got finished games and they're full of bugs.
I mean, do you think it's going to be like a full MMO, or is it going to be something that will take, there'll be like, is it going to be sort of like DC Universe Online?
Yeah, so it's more scripted based than...
Yeah, so there's like certain missions and everything, so it's all NPCs and in, PvE.
Maybe.
But then there are PvP sections, so you can go in and, fight the bandits, or, as long as I can just, be Liberty Prime.
I don't think that's going to happen. But...
Yes, it will. It'll be fine. I want to drive around in Liberty Prime, like, in Men in Black, the little, the android guy who's got the little dude inside his head. I want that to be me inside Liberty Prime, just pulling like 50 levers, like woohoo!
That will be pretty cool.
Yeah,
if you get in that, there's definitely going to be bugs.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really want to see again, because I mean, I'm still so captivated by Fallout 4 before the bombs fell.
Yeah,
just seeing that world just for 10 minutes before everything goes to shit.
Well, there's a lot of mods that
you can
beautify
restore
the game
everything
and,
to it.
So like you've got like the Red Rocket petrol station, and it's all fine, it's all pristine. You've got Sanctuary, it's all fine, it's all pristine, and it looks brilliant. And I think there's a lot of mods for Fallout 4, but I think some of the best ones are the visual ones. So like for the weather, for the like putting grass everywhere, just really technically mundane things. But I think it gives the game a lot more of a spark, and I think it is interesting. The beginning of Fallout 4 is really interesting, where everything is fine, everything's perfect. Especially coming from Fallout 3, where you start in the vault, and then your initial coming out of the vault is you get that big bright light, and it's dead cool,
so
and it was a really good moment, especially as I just gotten a HD TV then.
Took your eyeballs out.
What it was, that was on a Xbox 360 Elite that I'd got, and it was just like, this is phenomenal.
See, even I had the good sense to get Fallout 3 for the PS3.
It was, well, no, because the 360 Elite, that was the first Xbox with HDMI.
It was amazing.
But actually, no, I hadn't just got HD TV because. No, I had. Yeah, I just got HD TV when that came out because I got a PS3 after. But that was still one of the best gaming moments of the last few generations.
It's because when you come out and there's just that landscape and it's just like you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Within reason, at the time, at least, anyway.
Well, I mean, you could still just run on the bottom corner of the map if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
No, yeah,
Nothing's gonna
it's
stop.
fucking
Well, I mean,
huge.
everything will try and stop you,
Yeah.
but I mean, if you're quick, then you could just walk all the way there and just get some sweet loot,
Yeah.
like right down the bottom of the map if you wanted to.
It was such an achievement.
I don't know.
at least.
I just want to see I just want this to be like the fear of the coming Fallouts. That's what I want this experience to be.
Yeah,
I want it to be like.
I think that's where people are hitting the nail on the head with the survival bit. Is that this is, what's going to be coming.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, whether or not that plays a part into it.
I want it to be the war and the fear of nuclear war, and just saying, oh God, well, as long as that doesn't happen, we'll be all right. So like if you're, what if you're like you're like an astronaut, you're like a test subject for the first vault to say, we just want to see how these sort of things go. We'll give you a year inside the vault just to study you, make sure that everyone can actually survive and whatever. And then when you come out and the war started, and then like the bombs going off, that can be like that would just be.
How good would it be, right? If you it's all nice. It's all you just maybe you get a job within, not an actual job, but you've got to go off and do stuff. You got to gather supplies and shit. But they do like I don't know, this goes on for months where it's just like a standard game, and then like 4 months in you get they do like a PvP like raid type thing, but it's the war happening.
Yeah, and you can join.
So we're fighting the bloody nuclear war, but it's everyone.
The thing is that there's things like that which would be like that it would be perfect for like a phone app or something. So you could have a phone app and it would give you updates on things. So it would say like, "Oh, the war it's really not going well," or the world leaders released this statement, and you can sort of see it. I mean, plus at this point in time, in the real world, it's kind of a good way to say, "Oh, this is if shit keeps going wrong, this is the kind of road we're leading down." So you get, and then it would just be like the doomsday clock would just go a tick further in.
Yeah.
And like there would be some big event where it would be like, war is declared, and you can go, okay, let's get stuck in.
Yeah.
All that shit I've been doing, all that grinding I've been doing, let's get out there, let's go to Anchorage, let's see if I can get some power armor. Because like, it's not just going to be a case of everyone just running around in power armor all day.
It's going to be more restricted than.
I fucking well hope so, because I mean that was the biggest disappointment I had with Fallout 4 was the fact that you get the power armor straight away.
I very rarely used it, to be honest.
So did I.
Only missions that was necessary.
I just thought that it was just because I mean eventually you get to a point where you're so kind of powerful anyway, nothing could really damage you. But it was I don't know, it's just something to be earned as far as I was, piece by piece by piece.
That was one of the best things of 3. And
you'd assemble it all and you could go, yes, it's mine, and then you'd just be an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Whereas it's just like, oh shit, a Deathclaw, quick, jump in this power armor.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Already? Fuck.
Until you're like out scavenging for shit, and then you realise you haven't got enough cores and you've got to leave it there.
Yeah. Imagine you do that in GTA. You spend $1.5 million on your fucking brand new supercar, You've modded it. You've got the wheels on it. You've got
You run out of
lights, and you run out of petrol. And you got to walk home.
Well, they did it in Mafia 2. You used to have to get fuel.
See, you do it in Dying Light as well. Like, I do kind of like the mechanic because it's just something. It's extra pressure.
Yeah.
That you need to think about and go, oh god, well, can I make it all the way there and all the way back, or is the battery going to die, or what the fuck's going to happen? Like, I love that because it just adds a bit more sort of realism to the ridiculousness of what you're doing.
I imagine. I remember reading a rumor leading up to GTA 4 that if you were speeding, the cops would chase you. So I was like, man, they're making this pretty realistic now.
I can't imagine a more awful game.
Well, can you imagine
when the police chase after you speeding?
Can you imagine the fuel thing in GTA? It'd
be fine actually, because you could just jump out and jump into someone else's car.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Well, you could in Mafia. I mean, you could have cost other vehicles, but
yeah. But I mean, what about if you've got to chase someone down and you haven't filled up?
Yeah.
And you just break down on the motorway, and then that's it, game over. But every time it restarts you still got the
from
same
the
amount of petrol. Yeah.
Tell you what, speaking of checkpoints, Dan, playing God of War at the weekend, and no particular spoilers. It was a side quest, and the spirit guy popped up, and he's like, "I can't rest because me dad ate your Thor, and he's buried."
Oh, you've got to tear down his statues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the name of the monsters, but there's 2 monsters there, and it's like I was playing on like the
Valkyries.
Possibly.
They're like purple, like.
No, it's like they're lava, like black with like lava.
No, they're like the names. The like like they've got like where their health bar is. It's sort of like a colour that indicates difficulty.
Oh, I can't remember now.
Oh, okay.
I didn't look. But I was playing on like the 3rd highest difficulty because I was just starting in the middle. I had to drop down because they were literally one hit killing me, and it's such a small area to be fighting in.
Yeah.
And I was just like, friggin' Nora, honestly. I died more times on that than a boss fight. I was like, I'm going to have to drop it down. I'm going to have to, because I can't do the same bit. 20, 25 minutes. There's only 2 of them.
Yeah.
But because the checkpoint was there, and I was just like, I can't be asked to get back in the boat and go back. I'm already here, may as well try and do it. I mean, I did it, but I was just like, fuck it. But man, I love that game. I love it. So I wish that was online multiplayer so we could God of War together.
No.
I really don't.
That would ruin it completely.
Tell you what does annoy me though. Boy, as I'm going to refer to him as, he's getting a bit bloody back chatty at the minute, and I don't like it. And I was fighting a drag. Basically, I don't know how far it's been in your presence, but I've got shock arrows for Boy, and prior to that, there was like all this stuff, and then the witch shows you. She's like, oh, it's like this tree sap shit that's growing like sap crystals. If you throw it at that while it's electric, it'll explode. Anyway, we had to fight this big dragon who just produced electricity. I was like, oh, this is pretty obvious what's going to have to happen here. And I looked around, sure enough, there's a load of these sap crystals all over the place. So I'd already done it like twice. Then when he was like about to roar and shoot this electric and his body starts getting staticky, lob one of these crystals at his head. Boom. Brilliant. Running around, and I got hit a couple of times. Every time I got hit, bloody Boy who's up on the cliff, he's there, he's like, Father, use the saps. I know, I've fucking done it already. Stop telling me what to fucking do. Really wound me up.
Getting personally annoyed by a fictional child.
No, honestly, thing is, it was fine, and there was like moments in it, like where he's obviously sad, and Kratos is a bit of a shit father, but there was bits where, you'll have seen it, where Kratos puts his hand up and he's about to like pat him on the back, and he's just like, nah, actually, fuck it. And then there's a bit where he kills someone for the first time, and he's freaking out, and then Kratos like consoles him, and he's like, get out, you need to get out of your head, blah blah blah. And then he slowly he's coming on. Not Father of the Year, but he's getting there. And then he just started being a right little twat. And he's like, just honestly, like, Kratos I've got to carry these bloody crystals to put into these slots to generate like a light bridge. And he's just like, oh, you're just going to carry that everywhere. It's like, I need to carry it to where the fucking... You fucking do it then.
It should just be a prompt to clip him around the ear.
Honestly, there's so many... Like, as soon as he started getting back chatty, then it'd be a cutscene, and he was being a little twat. And then I'm already pressing, like, R1 to swing my axe. It's just like, oh. But then there's big moments, like... I can't remember what they're called, but there's, like, this flying, like, almost like parademon type things. And you come through, like this really narrow bit of the cave, and as soon as you come out, one of them grabs Atreus, and he's just like, Father! And then, like, Kratos is like, no! And then you're fighting a load of them off, and then it comes up, press L3 and R3 for Spartan Rage, and he's just like, he just starts fucking wailing everyone, and then he smashes this fucking ginormous bloody rock column and squashes everyone with it and stuff and saves him. And it's like, see, he does fucking care. Stop being a dick.
I'm glad you got that off your chest.
No, honestly, because the only thing that's ruining that game for me is that little bastard.
It's just like all children.
Well, what I don't get, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
Fucking hell, right?
But no, because I'm guessing you've already come to the conclusion he doesn't know Kratos is a demigod, and he's been sheltered all his life and stuff. But the very beginning of the game, Kratos picks a fucking tree up.
Yeah, it splats. What's his name? Baltar.
Baltar, or whatever it is. Well, yeah, I know you mean. The Stranger, as his name is when you fight him.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I died so many times on that.
Really?
It was honestly, it was so fucking hard. I was like, great, this is the first boss. This is fucking outstanding, this is. But the thing with that, though, is like I feel no pain. Stand still there, just let me fucking bat. If you don't feel pain, just stand there, let me do. Let's get this out of the fucking way.
Terminator, that guy, I love him.
Yeah, well, he's that's the other thing, that like when you beat him, you squash that thing on him, and then you start walking away, and so he's like, it's like, thank fuck for that. It's like, he ain't fucking dead. And then obviously he lifts it up, you're like, fuck's sake. And then when you do beat him, you just kick him off the side of the cliff, like, rip his fucking head off. What are you doing? God almighty. Well, no, it's a fucking masterpiece. I honestly, I would go as far as to say I would buy a PS4 for this game. I don't need to, I've got one, but I really, really would. I'm surprised you haven't.
I've got no point.
No, but I mean, just in case you want to play it again.
No.
It's so good.
It's done now, and plus, all the cutscenes and everything in one big story are on YouTube at the moment.
Why?
So, why? Because I love watching them. I watched all of God of War 1, 2, 3, and then God of War.
Has it got the sex scene?
Go.
The sex mini game.
Oh, the one with where the women keep running in,
Yeah.
and just like slam fucking square or whatever it is. Yeah, and the bed just goes mental.
It's like,
yeah.
What the fuck is this in here? I really did not expect that.
It's just completely unnecessary.
No, it is just absolutely stellar, honestly. Absolutely worth the wait.
Yeah, I know.
Just saying.
It's like you're trying to convince me. I'm
just saying. We haven't had a chance to talk about it, and I
think this is one of the rare occasions where I don't think there's a point.
To a degree, yeah, because obviously, at least you've managed to play it, so that's something.
I mean, basically, whatever you've read in any reviews where they're saying this is amazing, they're right.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that can be said.
It's one of the few occasions where the reviews that are saying that it's bad are absolutely completely wrong.
Yeah, objectively, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just they cannot be any more wrong.
Yeah, it's just...
I mean, if you don't like it because you just, you're either not into that or it didn't sit well with you, that's fine. But that shouldn't be your job.
Yeah.
Because you're wrong.
Because it's not like... I can't think of it. Like, the new Pokemon game that's coming out. It's too radically different and I don't like it or whatever.
But I could get people having a different opinion on
that.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
You could say, I'll get past it, but it's just sort of filling the gap where I'm just like, no, you shouldn't have done that. That was a bad move.
Yeah.
And this is why I think this is a bad move. That's still my opinion, but that's just as valid as yours.
Yeah, you're allowed to have
Whereas
it.
if you say, well, God of War wasn't very good,
yeah, absolutely
you are wrong. Yeah. There's no getting around it. And I mean, I can't help but feel that anyone who's gone, 2 out of 10, it's boring, it's stodgy, it's whatever. I think they're just doing it because people will go, what?
Yeah, and then they'll click
then immediately engage.
Yeah.
And as soon as they engage, they get the clicks, they get the likes, they get whatever.
That's all it's down to. It's the same as the reviews for Infinity War.
Yeah, people just going,
what was that guy's name we was trying to sabotage?
I don't know, I struck him from my memory.
Yeah, I forgot his name. We were going to investigate more into his scoundrel ways.
Well, let's just put it like this. I think it gave Infinity War, it's like a 2 out of 5 or something, or a 1.5 out of 5.
Something like that,
yeah. Yeah. He gave the Boss Baby a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
So,
Boss
I'm
Baby.
really willing to give him any thought, really.
Yeah.
Just doesn't seem like he's got his head wired in properly.
Yeah, he's just one of these. Like, as you've just said, it's everyone else is... You're not going to sit and you look at IGN is giving God of War 10 out of 10. GameSpot's give it 10 out of 10. Polygon's give it 10 out of 10. You're not going to read all those reviews. You'll probably read one. Because they're probably all about the same.
They'll all basically be saying the same thing.
And then you'll see one that's gone, this is absolutely dog shit. 1.5 out of 10. And you go, what? Why? And then you'll click it and then they're going to get the bonuses. Because that's unfortunately how the internet works.
Well, it's how games journalism works anyway.
It's a fickle business. It
is.
It's
speaking of fickleness,
let's be off.
This podcast is fickle, and I want to go.
That was the what a segue.
Look, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's saying, I'm out, I'm done, I'm bailing.
Well, before you go, Dan, nice quick one. What is on Dan's monitor? What is on it today? Who knows?
Left or right?
Right.
Oh,
left.
I've got my shit on the right.
Left.
And yeah, you'll probably get that one.
Here's a clue then.
Yeah, it's a picture of you.
A picture of me? Is it me lay on the floor with some Transformers and He-Man toys?
No, it's not.
Oh.
But you're thinking along the right kind of lines. It's you showing me something. Not that.
Oh. I was going to say which one. There's a few of those pictures. No, pictures. Oh. I made you that scrapbook for your birthday. It wasn't finger paints.
It's finger something.
Is it a game? Is it a toy? Is it a t-shirt?
No, it's something... Yeah.
A t-shirt?
Yes.
Green Arrow?
No.
Oh.
Think that same position, though.
Batman?
No.
Deadpool?
Yeah, which one?
The Deadpool...
Bit more
like the Deadpool suit t-shirt?
No.
Oh, shit. Have I got another Deadpool t-shirt?
Well, I'm looking at it, so yeah.
Like... Is it black?
Some of it is.
And then it's got like the red chest piece and everything.
Nope.
Oh.
5 seconds.
Nah, it's gone.
Right. It's the Deadpool, like, 8-bit game.
Oh, yeah. Like with the fruit. 8-bit fruit and shit. I forgot I had that t-shirt.
It's a good t-shirt.
Yeah. I might find that out. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
With my other t-shirts, I'm going to assume.
Like with the 2 t-shirts.
Yeah. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, so...
do us a ad read and then let's fucking do one.
So, as we said earlier, this podcast is brought to you by Blueberry. Blueberry is a premier podcast hosting company. And with Podcast Fifth Player, you can get 1 month absolutely free. Simply go to blueberry.com and use promo code PvP and start your podcasting adventure today. Now, if you'd like to see more of our podcasting adventures, you can go to the website, which is www.podcastversusplay.com or .co.uk, and there's also a load of videos, articles, bloody store stuff, literally everything's on there. You can go to YouTube, which is youtube.com/podcastversusplayer. You can follow us on Twitter, which is @podcastvplayer, and you can follow us on Instagram @podcastversusplayer. If you want to chat to us and have a shit or whatever, you can do it via pretty much all of those platforms, or you can just go to the website and use the contact us bit, because that's got everything. Did you see the email we got from YouTube today, Dan, saying
No.
that not enough people use the direct messaging feature on YouTube, so they're taking it away. So if you
literally, no one will miss it.
Nah, I forgot it was there till I had that email, to be honest. So if you want to send us an email before it goes, if you want to send us a message on YouTube before they take it away, we probably won't read it.
No, not before it actually gets taken.
So until next time, Dan, I'm going to go and catch some more Mr. Mimes.
Go for it. I don't care.
Bye.